right. Things should be working right now. Put on lower bandwidth usage to see. Well, it probably won't be any better, but at least try. Sometimes I wonder if I should just do like audio versions of this without a face, but why not? But let's see. Just waiting to see if there's anyone in the chat. Sorry, I'm not saying anything. Just seeing if there's anyone in the chat. Nobody so far has commented, said anything. Hey, CC, how are you doing? First person to comment in the chat. It's going okay. Can you hear me all right? You guys wondering, it is on slow mode for about 30 seconds, just in case. Yeah, so far CC is the only one that's commented. Even though it says apparently 7 are watching. Hello, can anyone hear me? Hello, hello, can anyone hear me? Thank you, CC. Hello there, Total Meltdown 2, Tingler ST. How are you guys doing? I'm doing all right. Sort of all right. Astro Live, hello there. Sorry I'm being silent. I'm just looking at chat. Usually it takes a little bit of a while for, I think, these things to start up. These chats. Hi there, Mickey Bees. How are you doing today? Pretty much just random topic. Just do I like Married with Children? I haven't seen too much of it for me to really give an opinion on Married with Children. I haven't seen enough of the show to give an actual opinion on it. Have I seen the first Avengers? Yes, Mr. Poole. I did a review of the Avengers. I've reviewed all the Avengers films, including the first one from back in the day. But yeah, I have a review of it on my channel. So yes, I have seen the film. A favorite X-Files season? I don't really have a favorite X-Files season. I don't really have a favorite X-Files season. Each season has their own certain episodes that I really enjoy and really liked. So I can't say I have a favorite season. But I mean, I enjoyed Ice, Darkness Falls, Detour, the one that was like Chainsaw Massacre, Home. Still want to get that on Blu-ray someday. The X-Files show. No, no Cyborg TV show. That was something that only needed one film. I mean, they did sequels and they were terrible, let alone a TV show. So, no, you don't need a Cyborg TV show. One movie's all you needed. But yeah, I got Cyborg 2 and 3, and those were awful, terrible movies. The first one I enjoyed, though, with Van Damme. Yeah, every season of the X-Files does have its certain good episodes. For example, I mean, well, I mentioned a couple, but I'd have to look up each season, but each one I could pick up like certain episodes I enjoy. Thank you, the horror boy. I'm doing okay. Just taking it day by day. Pretty doing all right. The horror boy doing okay. Like everybody, just take things day by day. Yeah, Brad Dourif is a very underrated actor. I believe that episode with him is called Beyond the Sea. Favorite Simpsons character? Probably Homer Simpson. I know it's a typical answer for that question, but Homer Simpson, I would say, is my favorite character. What about Bob? Very fun Bill Murray movie. I know him and Richard Dreyfuss did not get along during the making of the movie, but I guess that helped the film because they had some nice back and forth animosity between each other. But what about Bob is a fun film? I don't know if that's even on Blu-ray, but if not, it deserves it. It's a Bill Murray film no one really talks about, but it's a fun movie. What about Bob? Entertaining flick. And I believe it was a hit when it came out, so it's surprising that it's kind of forgotten nowadays. Of course, with no features. No features anywhere. The Cyborg and Kickboxer films are really similar. Not really, other than Van Damme starring. They're not really similar at all. Your thoughts on Robert De Niro's career in the past 20 years? Pretty bad. I mean, other than 20 years, so that's 96, no, I mean 96, 99 to 2009. 99 to 2009, I mean, a lot of crap other than Meet the Parents, which I liked. Analyze That, I liked. But then you had terrible stuff like Grudge Match, Righteous Kill, Hide and Seek, Godsend. A lot of bad De Niro movies. I did not see the Watchmen TV series trailer. Most boring superhero? Hmm. Captain Marvel, pretty damn boring. A Tarantino marathon? I can't remember which Tarantino films I've reviewed. But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I don't want to see it in the theater. It's way too long for that kind of movie. It's like 2.5 hours long. That's just too long to see that kind of film. Like Blade Runner 2049, I saw in the theater, but that's different. So probably not in the theater, no. Stuart Little films, I haven't seen in forever, so I couldn't tell you. Why do you think Tremors is getting more movies than a possible TV show? The TV show was canceled. It was going to be with Kevin Bacon, but Sci-Fi Channel, I believe, canceled it. Like they didn't pick up the pilot. They didn't even release the pilot. They said, no, we're not going to do this. But it is a recognizable name, and recognizable names go a long way in today's age. Nostalgia-ridden public. Do you think the Bourne film should have been more like Paycheck 2003? Sure, why not? I like Paycheck. Do you like or hate any of the scary movie films? Well, I did a rant on Scary Movie 5, which is on my channel. The only ones I like are the first two with the Wayans brothers. Those are the only scary movie films I enjoy are the first two with Marlon Wayans and Sean Wayans. Did you know the 80s Ninja Turtle Leo voiced He-Man in the reboot series? I never saw the reboot series of He-Man, so could not tell you. Never saw the reboot of He-Man. Yeah, thank you, Blade635. Yeah, which is true. I mean, that is true. Steer Movie 5 is probably in my top 10 worst comedies list with Going Overboard, Movie 43, and what was the other one? Forgot already. Who's Mermaid Man? I don't know who Mermaid Man is. Hey, Justin Wentworth. Doing okay? Oh, that's cool. I'm glad you like the John Wick films. Yeah, Norbit. There you go. Thank you, Norbit. That's what it was. No wonder I forgot. Hi, Peter Panda. Hi, Mountain Dew. How are you guys doing? Do you think the upcoming Ghostbusters film will at least be tolerable since they're bringing back majority of the original cast? Well, technically, they were in the Ghostbusters 2016, the original cast as well. I mean, I'll wait for a trailer. I'll wait for a trailer. Nick Cage being the bad guy in John Wick 4? No. There's a huge amount of other people I would pick over Nick Cage. I don't hate Nick Cage, but there's at least 20 people I would pick over Nick Cage. I would pick Chow Yun-Fat, Dolph Lundgren, Jean-Claude Van Damme. I would pick the guy, Iko Uwais from the Raid Redemption. I would pick Donnie Yen. I would pick Chow Yun-Fat would be a good one. There's a lot more I would pick over Nick Cage. The Horror Boy, yes, I did. Yes, I do know about that. TMNT Comics. I've talked about before, I think years and years ago, like 8 years ago, 9 comics as well, including Body Count. Just type in the Horror Boy, just type in Rambo After Life Body Count. I think that video's still up from like 9 years ago. Hi, Quaker Jake. How about James Spader as a villain for John Wick 4? Why not? He's a good actor. Maybe like a behind the scenes. I mean, nothing physical, but a behind the scenes guy, yeah. James Spader. Twins is getting a release. Yeah, that's cool. This Twins finally getting a release on Blu-ray. Oh, thank you, Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew, Australian $2. What's your opinion on Wes Bentley as an actor? Wes Bentley, you know what? I can't remember what movies he's done. The only one I remember now is Soul Survivors, which was an awful movie. What has Wes Bentley done? I could picture his face, but I can't remember the movies he's done. Yes, Twins with Arnold and Danny DeVito are getting a Blu-ray from Shout Factory. That was announced at Comic-Con. Favorite Jason Bourne film? I don't like any of them. I'm not a Jason Bourne fan. Kurt Russell and John Wick 4? Yeah, I'd be down for that. Kurt Russell's the man. American Beauty I've never seen. So to New York City. Got a picture of the building, the Continental Hotel, which was so cool. Oh, very cool. Continental building. That's neat. It's pretty neat. See, I've never seen American Horror Story either, so maybe I just haven't seen a lot of stuff with Wes Bentley in it. Yeah, but Twins getting a Blu-ray is nice. I don't think there will be any features, but yeah, that's a film that still it needed to be on Blu-ray, so it's nice it's getting that. Oh yes, he was the bad guy in Ghost Rider. You're right. Yeah, the villains were kind of weak in Ghost Rider. That's probably not his fault. That's cool, CC. Have a good night, man. Thank you, Nick B. I'm glad you liked those reviews. Max Payne, I've seen the 2003 remake of Willard in the theater. I really enjoyed the theater. I mean, the theater. I really enjoyed Willard in the theater. I saw the remake in the theater. I never saw the original, though. I am drinking. I went by the gas station and all they had was Sprite, so I'm drinking Sprite right now. The life-size Chucky doll from Trick or Treat Studios. No, I don't need a life-size Chucky doll. The Netflix original Resident Evil. I don't know what that is. I didn't know they were doing. Netflix was doing that. Netflix is doing a Resident Evil movie. I didn't know Netflix was doing that. A bit of breeze. Still, that's a fan. I have the fan on, so or the AC. It's either the AC or the fan that you're hearing. No windows open, but Tom, the guy from Smallville, Tom Welling. Tom Welling. The Fog remake sucked. He was tolerable, I guess, as the lead. He was tolerable, but the script and the direction and the crappy effects and the story is what really hurt the Fog remake. Not really the actors. No problem, Peter Panda. Dark Materials. I don't know what Dark Materials is. What's it about? Do you think Street Factory will mess up the Blob Blu-ray like with the Cobra one? I don't have the Cobra Blu-ray from Stream Factory, so what do you mean they messed up? How did they mess up? My favorite documentary? Crystal Lake Memories is a really good one. Never Sleep Again, that's another really good documentary. There's also a really good one, I've never seen the film, on the movie Heaven's Gate with Chris Christopherson and all those actors. I forget what it's called. I think it's called Final Cut. Even if you've never seen the film, it's a fascinating documentary. Do you think so? Wait. Hey, Greg B. I think you're the one that sent me Aquaman. Thanks for that. Yeah, Metro is a release. I love Metro, the theater release. And The Golden Child. The Golden Child and Metro will be great releases on Blu-ray. I hope that happens one day. Hey, Matt's World, how are you doing? Vantage Point, really enjoy that film. Dennis Quaid did a really solid job. Well, I like Vantage Point. That's an underrated flick. The Fog does deserve a 3.6. It's one of the worst remakes out there. Nick Nick B. I mean, give it enough features for it to be a collector's edition. Well, Stream Factory has said that they have a slew of features, but I can only. I don't think they would have said that. I really did have a lot of features. We'll see with the Blob. Um, I'm not a fan of Narnia, Ghostbusters man, so I'll pass on the trailer. I'm not a fan of Narnia. Well, the Horror Boy Garbage Pail Kids movie got a Scream Factory Blu-ray, so I can believe anything. Hey, Christopher McAllister, how you doing? Looking forward to the Blob and Body Parts from Scream Factory. They have some really good Blu-rays coming out. Yeah, I agree. I look forward to the Blob. I look forward to Body Parts. I look forward to My Bloody Valentine, a two disc. Really look forward to that because that's one of my favorite slasher films. Three's Company, I've never seen. I've seen bits and pieces, but I've never seen the actual show. Most overrated and underrated Rocky. Underrated Rocky, I would go with Rocky 4 because people make fun of Rocky 4 a lot. Most overrated, Creed. Easily Creed is the most overrated, in my opinion. Just my opinion. The most underrated is Rocky 4. Justin Whitworth, Twilight Times did. Oh, Umbrella Entertainment, they did a Blu-ray of The Blob, but this one by Scream Factory is supposed to have a lot more features. Right to Mission Impossible films. Well, first off, thank you, Matt's World, for the 199 on the super chat. That's very nice of you. Thank you, Matt. Thank you so much for that. That's really kind of you to do so, man. Thank you. Right to Mission Impossible films. My favorite would probably be. I really enjoyed Fallout. So Fallout Rogue Nation, I really enjoyed those two. I also really liked the first one, then the third one. Those are the ones I like. Actually, Alex, I have a review of Link on my channel. I reviewed Link with, with the Killer Monkey flick, Alex. I like it. It's from the same director of Road Games and Cycle 2. Has Terrence Stamp and Elizabeth Shue. Even though the monkey, they say it's a chimpanzee, but it's clearly an orangutan just painted like a chimpanzee. But it's clearly an orangutan, but they keep calling it a chimpanzee. But I do like Link. I think Shakma is better, Killer Monkey Flick. I think Shakma is more intense. But I do like Link. Again, I do have a review for it on the channel. Thank you, the horror boy. Extraterrestrial with my guard side, I've never seen it. Never seen the film. Well, Rocky's in it, so it counts as a Rocky film. Why does Hollywood not recognize the horror and action genres? They're not making a lot of money. Look at Crawl. Crawl was great, and it bombed pretty much. So, and they do recognize horror. Look at all these Conjuring, Annabelle movies. So they recognize horror. Is that the horror I care much about? Do you think Scream Factory should do 48 hours, another 40 hours, and The Golden Child? It'd be under Shout Factory, but yeah, Shout Factory, I wish would do those. Yeah, the next Thor is going to be a female Thor. Natalie Portman is going to be Thor. I'm not interested in that. I like Natalie Portman, but she's a nothing character in those films, really. She's okay, but I don't want to see her. She's not interesting enough of a character for her to be Thor, so no, I'm not interested. Do I like Enemy Mine with Dennis Quaid? Yes, I do. It's a nice story about racism. I thought Dennis Quaid gave a nice performance. Coming to America 2 will be any good? I don't think so. That's a sequel that's not needed. Do you love Exorcist 3 or Psycho 2 more? I'll pick Exorcist 3. Would I go to a theater showing of Shakma if I could? Yeah. They don't have any of that stuff around here, so yeah. Nancy Allen and the RoboCop films, I would not care either way. I'm not really interested in the new RoboCop movie. Victor Crowley, that's Hatchet 4, right? I've been done with the Hatchet films for a while. I'm not a Hatchet fan. Jason Momoa or Jai Courtney, neither. River's Edge. I've heard of River's Edge. I've seen bits and pieces, but I've never seen the movie all the way through. Peter Pan and why? Crawl is a really good film. Crawl, I thought was a really good alligator film. I easily think it's one of the best films of the year, along with John Wick 3. So Peter Pan, I don't know why you don't want to watch Crawl, but teach their own. I think Crawl, I reviewed Crawl. It's a damn good movie. Intense, suspenseful, good acting. Would you have loved to see Alien 3 with the William Gibson script written by Reddy Harlan? Absolutely. Tenfold. Intruder with Dennis Quaid, I have no interest. The trailer did nothing for me. Well, they're making Chris Hemsworth will return, but they're making Natalie Portman the female Thor. That's the direction they're going with, the female Thor. I don't care if that's what happens in the comments. Shitty idea is a shitty idea. And I think it's a shitty idea. Exactly. Hollywood is playing up the gender swap trend, and it's getting fucking annoying. Case in point, Terminator Dark Fate. Looks boring as hell, lame as hell, weak as hell. Fuck Terminator Dark Fate of the franchise. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate my top 5 horror films? Hellraiser 2, The Blob 88, The Thing 82, Aliens, Dead Alive. Hellraiser 2, 8 out of 10, The Blob 88, The Blob 1988, 10 out of 10, The Thing 1982, 10 out of 10, Aliens 10 out of 10, Dead Alive 9 out of 10. Oh, thank you, Matt. Another super chat for $2.99. Thank you so much, man. It's really kind of you to do so. Thank you for the super chat for $2.99. Thank you. Am I a fan of Trauma? No, I hate Trauma. I despise Trauma. Ghost Rider films, I like the first film. The sequel sucked. The 2003 Peter Pan, never seen it. Peter Panda, I really, really loved Crawl. It's got some really good gore in it, some that surprised me. It's a slow build, but it worked well because it was suspenseful. It's a cool idea. And the two actors, the daughter character and the father character, were really good actors. Crawl was a really solid movie. It's one of my favorite films of the year. I reviewed it on the channel not too long ago. I love Crawl. The Prophecy films, I've only seen the first one. No, I've seen them, but all I remember is the first one, and I like the first one. Vacancy, time waster. The ending was kind of weak. Uh, It's, I don't know, the ending felt rushed or something. I don't know how to put it. But it's a time waster. The ending, there's some things I would have changed, but I think the ending could have been a lot better. Stallone doing Cobra as a series on Netflix if he came back to the role. Yeah, if he did that, I'd be curious about it, sure. Oh, Mountain Jew, thank you once again for the super chat. Australian $2. He says we need more feast-like monsters in films again. Creature features, yeah, I agree. Bloody, good old-fashioned creature features. I agree. I definitely agree. It'd be nice to see, but they don't make money. Even like Alligator Film Crawl, like I said, that bombed. Those films don't make money, thus they don't make them. Is there a true story you have heard about that you'd love to see made as a film? Nothing that comes to mind. Do you think Wesley Snipes is too old to play Blade? No, I think he could play him and be great in the role. I think Wesley Snipes can still do it, but they got some other guy that I don't buy on a physical front as Blade. Do you like The Fan from 1996, Wesley Snipes? Yeah, I like the film. Decent flick. What do you think of Mike's criticism of naming the villain David Banner being an insult to Bill's portrayal since he was called David in the show? Not really an insult to the show. It's just the act. He's called Bruce Banner, so why not? I mean, I don't think I don't agree with Mike on that. I'll say that. Favorite heavy metal music? AC/DC. That's more rock. Metallica. I guess. I guess that's the heavy metal. That's rock as well. White Zombie is a really good one. Yeah, AC/DC, Metallica, White Zombie. Those are some of my favorite bands. Tim Miller should stop with anything nowadays. Tim Miller's being a fucking moron. If he keeps going, Tim Miller can just retire for all I care with his bullshit. I don't care about Spider-Man Far From Home. I don't care to see it. Just not interested. The Ramones, I haven't heard enough of their songs to really give a fair opinion. I've only heard a handful, and that's just in a couple movies. Favorite actor to play the Joker? Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson would be my favorite. You drink Mountain Dew? I used to, but I prefer Mellow Yellow a lot more than Mountain Dew. Brie Larson's team sent in $4.99 saying, Matt, I really like most of your videos, but sometimes you let Hollywood piss you off. Just seems like you're not very optimistic or open-minded. Why should I be optimistic is the question I asked. Expendables 3, the Super Chud Ninja Turtle piece of shit films, the boring culmination of Halloween movies called Halloween 2018, which was a piss poor movie, Dumb and Dumber 2, which is a horrible sequel, the Theme prequel, the Total Recall remake, Lens Flare the movie, Robocop remake, PG-13 bullshit, Alien Covenant, crap, The Predator, crap. You know, these movies keep coming out being shit. What am I supposed to be optimistic about? Please tell me, Brie Larson. Please do. I would love to know. Megadeth is a good one, yeah. Favorite part of Land of the Dead? I don't really have a favorite part. Top three George Romero films: the original Dawn of the Dead, Monkey Shines, and then Day of the Dead. Candyman remake, I have no interest in it. You don't need a Candyman remake. They did two sequels that were not needed anyway. Rob Zombie is a horrible director, I agree. Best Superman movie to me is the original Superman the movie. The worst Superman movie, Man of Steel. Scarlet Witch will be in Doctor Strange too. Yes, I do know that. Oh, Peter Panda sent in Super Chat $2. Thank you so much, Peter Panda. Enjoy Mellow Yellow on Me. Thank you, man. I definitely will. Some 41 or Linkin Park. I like Linkin Park. I'm more of a Linkin Park guy. I did see the Mellow Yellow commercials with Ernest. In fact, it's on the DVD over here. I think it's called Greatest Hits or something. But yeah, they're on YouTube as well. I did see them. Hello, I Hate Facebook. Yes, Dumb and Dumber 2 was horrible. Jack and Jill is a pretty horrible comedy, yeah. Identity, I'm not a fan with. Saw that in the theater, did not care for it. Lame twist. That I saw it coming like 5-10 minutes into the film, and I was right. Ghostbusters, man, I'm not wrong. It's my opinion that Star Wars is not good. You can't say I'm wrong. It's my opinion. Ghostbusters, man. If I told you were wrong, you know how rude that sounds? You would say I'm rude. So no, I'm not wrong because I think the new Star Wars films suck. It's my opinion. My favorite of the Dead movies is the original Dawn of the Dead. The original Dawn of the Dead, then the original Day of the Dead, then the Dawn of the Dead remake, and the Night of Living Dead remake. Those are the ones I enjoy. I do like the Linkin Park song "In the End." It's too bad the lead singer committed suicide. That's sad. The first three ninjas, I haven't seen since back in the day. Any films where you guess the ending to? Identity, Secret Window with Johnny Depp. I'm sure there's been others, but those are two that pop in my head. Yeah, George Romero would have been nice to direct Resident Evil. History of Violence, I did like. I thought that was a pretty good story, nice cast. I don't have a favorite Dio album. I haven't listened to too many of their albums. Surf Ninjas, I'm not a fan. Not a fan of Surf Ninjas at all. I think that killed Ernie Reyes Jr.'s career with Surf Ninjas. Yeah, I've seen the trailer once upon a time on Hollywood. Eh, I'll see it when it comes to VOD. I'm not seeing it in the theater, especially when it's 2.5 hours long. The trailer didn't interest me enough to see in the theater. Worst Tremors film? The last one was pretty bad, but probably the worst one is still Tremors 4, where it's in the Wild West. I would say Tremors 4 would be the worst one when I think about it. The Witcher TV series, did not see the trailer. Well, technically, there's a collector's edition Blu-ray overseas, which I do have, which has features. So there is a Blu-ray overseas that does have features gone whole. Life Aquatic, I need to see again. That's one I really need to see again. Surf Ninjas, I don't know if I'd call it a Ninja Turtle ripoff, but you could tell New Line Cinema they enjoyed what Ernie Reyes did in Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze. So they said, you know what, we're going to give you your own film. And sorry, David, but I'm not a fan of Surf Ninjas. Rob Schneider was annoying. The humor was not funny to me at all. The action scenes did nothing for me. It was just too goofy, too silly, and too cringeworthy for me. Hi, Togera Godzilla. I was not a fan of Us. I like Get Out a lot more. I think Us had a horrible ending. Stupid, dumb, just a dumb fucking idiotic ending. But Get Out I really enjoyed. The one I think Rambo 5, the best that will happen is it's a mediocre film. Or it's okay. But I don't want an okay Rambo film. Rambo 4 ended it perfectly. Go direct your fucking Edgar Allan Poe film. Go do Hunter. Go do Ex Bad Dad with Jackie Chan. Stop milking your franchises. Hi, MCU sucks. Why do people hate 2003 Daredevil? One, they're not a fan of Ben Affleck. They hate Ben Affleck. Two, they don't like Elektra's Jennifer Garner, which that I can't blame. Jennifer Garner's not a great actress, but I thought she did okay in Daredevil. The CGI is pretty bad. But I mean, they just they didn't like Ben Affleck. They didn't like the dance fight in the playground. But I like the 2003 Daredevil, especially the director's cut. Oh wow, Alex Dodrill. Sorry if I fucked up your last name. $13 super chat. Wow. Appreciate the vids, my guy. Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you so much, man. Or woman. Or I don't know if you're a man or your avatar says woman. I mean, it has a woman, so. Are you a man or a woman? Sorry. It's just Alex. That could be a man or a woman, but your avatar has woman. Anyway, thank you so much. Hobbs and Shaw, maybe I'll see it, but it seems like they gave the entire movie in the trailer. Like the entire movie's in the trailers. Dolph Lundgren as a good Nick Fury. I choose him for a different role, not for Nick Fury. Wilford Brimley, underrated actor. He's a good actor, sure. He's great in The Thing. He was great in Hard Target, Cocoon. Yeah, I never, I haven't watched much of the Power Rangers TV show, but I did a review of the new movie. I liked it. The new Power Rangers film. I actually liked it. I did a review of it on the channel. If you were to play a Godzilla game, what character would you pick? Probably Godzilla. Hey, DJ Mexicano. Wish Shadow Factory would put the Rocketeer Collector's Edition. I'm sure Michael Sippy wishes that as well. He did top 10 favorite actresses. Would Jennifer Aniston be on the list? Maybe. Maybe. The weather, hot, hot, and more hot. Humid and hot is the weather. Like every day. Which Mel Brooks film is your favorite? It'd be, yeah, between Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein. I can't pick. between those two. The November Man, I never saw. This hat, probably since I first started my first account, no, my second account, so which would have been around 2007, 2008, around 2008. I've had this hat since then. The canceled Hulk 2 film would have been curious because Ang Lee's Hulk I've grown to appreciate, so I would have liked to have seen the sequel to it. Billy Zane's The Phantom, it's there. It's there. I mean, I've seen much worse. I've seen better. I mean, time waster. Eh. Well, Stallone has already said he wants to do a Rambo 6 if it's a hit. So obviously that means Rambo's not going to die, even though it's called Last Blood. But yet he wants to do a Rambo 6. But yet he calls it Rambo Last Blood. So that's what it means. Stallone doesn't know what he's doing. You call it Rambo Last Blood, but before the film comes out, you're like, I want to do another one. Brie Larson's saying I disagree. I saw the film on Blu-ray and it looked fine. Nowhere near PS2 graphics. Sorry, Brie Larson. Don't agree with you at all. I saw the film on Blu-ray. It didn't look that bad at all. I would put Van Halen, Total Meltdown 2. Which black guy in Predators? Oh, Predators, not the Predator. That guy in Predators? Nothing about him screams Blade. Based on that, yeah, Rambo 4 ended it perfectly. You don't need another Rambo. It rained a little bit, but not too much. Best rejected film you've heard of? Isobar with Stallone, The Shadow Company with John Carpenter, Kurt Russell. Worst year for action movies? I have no idea. Well, I'm sure one day they'll do Super Mario Bros. Collector's Edition in the US because it's a recognizable name. Well, why not do Mortal Kombat? Why can't Mortal Kombat get a Collector's Edition Blu-ray? Why, what's up with that? Why can't that get one? I like Spaceballs, but Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein are my favorites. The more I think about it, yeah. Old 90s gangster movies, probably like Goodfellas and Casino. I enjoy those. The Horror Boy, I did a review of Tango and Cash when I did my Stallone marathon. I reviewed every single Sylvester Stallone film. I love Tango and Cash, but I already did a review of that. The new Wolcott film, I'm not interested in. Maybe wait for a trailer. Maybe that'll turn me around. Three Thieves to a Kill was okay. Granted, Kevin Costner sounded a bit too hoarse in his throat. He was okay time waster. The Swamp Thing TV show, I don't even know that's on. Is that a Netflix thing or I don't do a lot of I don't watch a lot of TV shows nowadays to be honest. I just don't have the time to get into a TV show. I still have never seen Stranger Things. That's how far behind I am with TV shows. I still have never seen Stranger Things. Nit B, I probably get the director's cut of Daredevil. Nit B. No Country for Old Men. No, I'm not a fan. For the Coen brothers, I much prefer The Big Lebowski. I much prefer Fargo. I much prefer, what was the other one? The Big Lebowski is my favorite. Raising Arizona. Sorry, I'm not a fan of No Country for Old Men at all. Much prefer Big Lebowski, Fargo, and Raising Arizona. The Shadow Company was a film John Carpenter was going to do with Kurt Russell, written by Fred Decker and Shane Black. And it was going to be about Vietnam soldiers that died. Their bodies were brought back, and then they came back as zombies, and they took over an entire town. And Kurt Russell was a part of that regiment, but he survived, and he goes in to try to fight these Vietnam vet zombies that are attacking the town. And it was a John Carpenter film, and it would have been released in the late 1980s, probably after Big Trouble in Little China. That's Shadow Company. Yeah, Shane Black would write it with Fred Decker, and John Carpenter would direct it, and it was starred Kurt Russell. Do you think Hollywood's not interested in casting martial artists in roles anymore? Because martial arts are not really a thing in big budget movies. Other than John Wick 3, what other films have become hits? If you think about it. Chain Reaction with Keanu Reeves, I remember being an okay time waster, but I also remember being a bit too much like The Fugitive, which was the same director, Andrew Davis. I remember it being okay. Oh well, thank you once again, Matt. He sent another super chat for $2.99. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Why do you think one movie bankrupted Carrico after so many hits? Well, truth be told, I mean, it's easy to say Cutthroat Island did it, but honestly, when you really look into it, that's not the case. It was Carrico just spent too much money. They were making money, but they were still spending more money than they were making. Because they would give movie stars planes. They would throw the entire fucking huge parties that cost millions and millions of dollars, get the biggest, best food. They just spent too much. And then when they had a series of flops, like Cutthroat Island, I think even by then they were in the shitter. So Ratatouille, I haven't seen since it came out, so I can't tell you. Doctor Sleep, I'm curious about. Killer Joe, I've never seen. Sherlock Bond, I'm doing okay. Pineapple Express, I found pretty funny. I like Pineapple Express. Did you hear about Netflix losing 176 billion? Is it really that much? 176 billion? Or do you mean million? Because I can't imagine they actually had 176 billion. Like, how could they actually have that billion? I don't. 176 billion seems a bit much. Well, I knew the Lion King would be shot for shot remake. I'm not surprised. Caruso's a great actor. He's one of the best actors out there. I love most of his movies. Tango and Cash, Steve from New York, Thing, Big Trouble in Little China, Steve from LA, Breakdown, movies that he was in that sucked. I'm not a fan of Tequila Sunrise. Not a fan of that one. That one comes to mind. Sky High wasn't for me. Hey, Shimozen. Yeah, I know. I've heard good things about Stranger Things, but I don't have Netflix. I don't feel like paying 20, 30 bucks for the Blu-ray for a show that I've never seen. So again, I don't have Netflix to watch it. And I'm not paying $23 for a show I've never seen. You know what I mean? So unless someone wants to send me Stranger Things, I'll watch it. But eh, if not, I can live without it. Shadow Conspiracy got a Blu-ray release. Why? Shadow Conspiracy sucks. That's a bad Charlie Sheen movie. Linda Hamilton. That's an awful film. And teach their own. Skyfall, my favorite Javier Bardem role. Yeah, I would say so. Javier Bardem was good in No Country for Old Men. It's just the story sucked. It was boring and the ending was confusing. Edward Furlong is confirmed for the new Terminator. Does that make your interest greater for the film? No, I don't give a fuck about Edward Furlong. Sorry, I don't give a fuck about Edward Furlong. Him being in the film does nothing for me. And from what I understand, they're just going to kill John Connor off in 5 minutes. Then probably do something to fix it. Then he'll be back at the end. And I'm like, you already killed off John Connor in Terminator Genesis. So it's not even an original thought process. So Terminator Dark Fate, doesn't it tell people that the last decent one, or I should say the last great one, was Terminator 2 in 1991? Doesn't that tell anybody anything? Weren't people saying this with Terminator 3 and Genesis? Weren't they saying the same thing? How many times do you have to get pissed in the face before you go, nope, I do not like that? Yeah, I think Shadow Company would have been good at that time. The Wizard, I know this being a Blu-ray from Shadow Factory, a collector's edition. I remember it being okay. I mean, the Nintendo stuff was cool, but I haven't seen the film in a while. Scary stories to tell in the dark? No, because it looks like just another take on Goosebumps the movie. So I'm not interested in that. It's almost like the same plot of Goosebumps the movie. Top three favorite Friday the 13th films: Jason Goes to Hell, Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood, and Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. Blade TV series? No, I was not a fan of it. Ace Ventura, great movie. I like both of them. Replicas, I have not seen. Milo and Otis, that's an awful film because when you really look into the making of the film, apparently there was a lot of animal abuse during the making of that film on those cats and dogs. I don't know if this is true, but I heard that a lot of cats and dogs died, or at least were abused during the making of Milo and Otis. When you look into it, so it's very unselling film when you know that. Well, of course they'll reboot Ace Ventura because it's a name that is recognizable to people. That's what they do nowadays. Hi, Ryan Do It Todd in Juno 2000. Deaf Dream, I still need to check out with Bob Clark. Have not checked out Deaf Dream. Oh, that was Alex. Excellent commentary on Timothy 2. If they had the money, it would have been good. You trumps at the ending. Either way, love that sequel. Don't get the hatred for it. Thank you, Z. I'm glad you liked the commentary. You're one of the few that listen to the commentary. But thank you for that. That's very kind of you. Three from Hell, I don't give a shit about because I don't like Rob Zombie as a director, and I don't like The Devil's Rejects is overrated. House of a Thousand Corpses is overrated. So I don't give a fuck about Three from Hell. Plus, I thought those characters were dead. Didn't they just shot 50 times at the end of The Devil's Rejects? So how is there another one? Seriously. Breakdown, the Caruso will get a Blu-ray. I don't know if I'm Stream Factory, but I mean, I don't know. It's a good movie, but I don't know. Oh, Mountain Dew, thank you for the $2 super chat. Hans Molman was dealt a bad hand. He's 39 years old. Is that a Simpsons thing? Hans Molman? Is that a Simpsons thing? If so, man, I haven't seen The Simpsons in a long time, so. Netflix lost 17 billion. Yeah, I know a lot of people want me to see Stranger Things, but I don't have Netflix. I have shitty internet, so Netflix would not work at all anyway. I don't feel like paying 20, 30 bucks for a Blu-ray that for a show I've never seen. The potato camera, I have satellite internet. That's why. I have satellite internet because I live in the middle of nowhere, and satellite internet is all you can get. So because of satellite internet, it's bad picture quality, and there's nothing I can do about it. Detroit Rock City, I've never seen. Dinobot, I have no idea. Neither film needed to be made. I like Brain Scan. I don't hate Brain Scan. I like Brain Scan. I like Pet Sematary 2 as well. Fanboys 2009, I enjoyed. I think that was a little bit of a heartfelt movie, but I thought decently funny as well. Do you believe there was an omen curse? No, I don't really believe in curses. I don't. I don't believe in curses. Bad luck, yeah, but not curses. Those brave animals gave their lives for Milo and Otis. If you say so, man. I know nothing about the Cemetery 2 Blu-ray. I have no idea what the features will be. Grand Theft Auto games, I haven't played forever. I think the one I played the most was Grand Theft Auto 3. Well, the only reason I did those commentaries recently is because someone paid me like 20 bucks for each one. So even if it was 10 bucks for each one, maybe I do commentaries more. But I have such short time, and it's like I want to get something out of it. Or if that's not the case, then I'll do it when I'm in the mood to do it. Perry Fan 49. I'll put it that way. Because if I put it the other way, then I'm too greedy. But I am greedy, so fuck it. I am greedy. What can I say? I am greedy. I'm a greedy fuck. I admit that. So most of these YouTubers don't. I'm a greedy fuck. I can admit that. Most of these YouTubers don't. They think their shit smells like lemon. Favorite version of Mechagodzilla? I don't know. The one I liked with Mechagodzilla was probably what's it called? Terra Mechagodzilla or something like that, where Godzilla does a run in as if he was Cameron Poe from Con Air and punches the shit out of Mechagodzilla. I thought that's who Hans Molten was. Yeah, I thought that's who it was. Barbecue Network, I'll choose C. Thomas Howell. I like Elm Street 2 and I like Freddy's Dead the Final Nightmare. I like both, but Elm Street 2 is actually one of my favorite Elm Street films. Freaky Links, I remember back in the day, just the Blair Witch Project was successful. So they tried to make like, it was a show, but then it would have like a little bit of found footage angle, a little bit of it, but it went nowhere. I haven't seen that show since it came out. I know it did not last long. Most overrated YouTuber? I have no idea. That's up to you guys. I have no idea. I'll choose PewDiePie. I could never get into PewDiePie. Competitive eaters can eat over 70 hot dogs in 10 minutes. Yeah, shock is a word to use to describe that. Kevin Eastman teases a mature Netflix live action show of Ninja Turtles. Oh, the same Kevin Eastman that said that Michael Bay's Ninja Turtles are going to have fight scenes like the Raid Redemption. That Kevin Eastman? That bullshit? Yes, Kevin Eastman, when the 2014 Ninja Turtles film came, he said that movie is going to have fight scenes like the Raid Redemption. And people wonder why I'm pessimistic. Because this is what they tell people in interviews and blatantly lie on bullshit. This is the end, fun comedy. Ride along, terrible comedy. 1988, Dolph, JCVD, Seagal, Arnold, who had the best movie? Um, I can't remember what all they had in '88. Let's see. I think it was Bloodsport, Above the Law. Was it Masters of the Universe? That's '87. What did Dolph do in '88? Because I thought like Punisher's '89. Is that Red Scorpion '88? Arnold. What did he do in '88? What did he do in '88? See. Predator was '87, and The Running Man. Was it Red Heat? If it was between those, it probably Bloodsport would be the best. Well, Brain Scan, yeah, I said, it's a one-time watch, but that doesn't mean I hate the film. It's just not a film I go back to. The Bennett Splits movie definitely looks crazy. I don't know if it's just maybe it's a film that's the trailer is better than the movie itself. We'll see. Live action Disney remakes, do they need to stop? Yes, they do. And thank you, Lucas Green, for the nice words. Yeah, Disney remakes, they're pointless, they're useless, they turn great films into mediocrity. That's really what it is. They turn great films into mediocrity. Your video game systems? My favorite is PS2. I would say PS2, Super Nintendo, PS1, then Nintendo. We agree to disagree on 47 Ronin. Freddie Dahmer's TV series I could not get into. Have a good night, Justin Whitworth. Am I into any film podcasts? The only podcast I've listened to is Tiger Belly, which is Bobby Lee from Mad TV, his podcast, which is pretty fun. Sometimes The Fighter and the Kid. Sometimes Joe Rogan. Not too many other podcasts I've listened to be honest. Well, that's cool, Maverick Drenzaria. That's cool you rewatched that film. Rambo 5 in the theaters. If someone wants to pay me. I don't don't really feel like I know everyone's gonna fucking ask me 50 times to see Rambo 5, but I don't really want to waste my money on the shit. Just I could stream it for free. But I don't want to waste my fucking time watching the movie. But we all know I'm going to see it eventually, so I don't know. I'm greedy. I want someone to pay me for it because I'm a greedy fuck. I can admit that. Do you think John Lennon should have been allowed to direct movies after the Twilight Zone accident? Well, he got tried. He got let go. He did fuck up. I mean, he did direct movies after. I mean, he did Blues Brothers 2000. He did Spies Like Us. I think that was after. He did The Stupid. So he has directed since. They're not good. Well, Spies Like Us is fine, but The Stupids and Blues Brothers 2000 not so much. I never saw the Daredevil show because again, I don't have Netflix. Did you see the video Red Letter Media taking the piss out of Collider podcast? Yeah, that was pretty funny. Red Letter Media, I don't always agree with their views, but they're pretty entertaining. I like Red Letter Media. Which Uwe Boll film do you tolerate? Really, the only one is the first Rampage. The first Rampage is the only one. Yeah, I think Kevin Eastman's full of shit. Oh, we're gonna have a live action mature Ninja Turtle. Yeah, whatever the fuck. Full of shit. He has FOSS. FOSS, full of shit syndrome. Universal Soldier, I reviewed that film on the channel. I liked the film. Someone had already asked about the 2003 Daredevil Juno, but I enjoyed the movie. I liked the film, especially the director's cut. I like Ben Affleck. I like Michael Clark Duncan. I like the CGI is bad. Jennifer Garner's not a good Elektra, but overall, I still really enjoyed Daredevil from 2003. When you gonna raid Area 51? Never. Red Scorpion, that was 88. I'd probably still choose Bloodsport of all the films at 88 that you mentioned from those action guys. I would choose Bloodsport. Michael Jai White, he would be great as a new Blade. He would make more sense than the guy they got. Got so flustered I said it twice. Movie fights, Screen Junkies, I don't know what that is. Apt People, I barely remember. World War Z sequel being canceled, I'm not surprised. I figured that's what would happen. The Nightmare on Elm Street remake, it was just the same movie with piss poor acting, especially from the horrible lead. There was no imagination in that movie. You could do so much with dreams. So much with dreams, and they did nothing. Lack of creativity, lack of imagination. I believe I reviewed Lord of Illusions, Club X 13. I believe I reviewed Lord of Illusions on the channel. But I like the film. I like Scott Bakula. Might be my favorite film Clive Barker's directed. If I think about it, yeah, probably my favorite film he's directed. Friday the 13th franchise, which final girl you thought was the best and what was the worst? Well, my favorite is John D. LeMay from Jason Goes to Hell, and he's a guy. If you want a girl, Amy Steele from Friday the 13th Part 2. Worst, the girl in Freddy vs. Jason. She was easily the worst. Susan Sarandon and Kathy Bates. I like both. I guess if I had to pick, I'd choose Susan Sarandon. I remember enjoying Bull Durham, yeah. Deep Cover, I've never seen. Do you like any animated films that's not Disney? Heavy Metal, that's a fantastic film. Fritz the Cat and its sequel, I really like those. So yeah, there are animated films I like that's not Disney. Hey Matt, have a good night, man. Believe me, Matt, that's not going to happen. But thank you so much for the super chats, Matt. That was very kind of you to do so. Thank you so much. Willem Dafoe as Freddy Krueger, I would not be interested in. Just don't do anything more with Elm Street. No more with Elm Street. It's it's dead and gone. Just leave it alone. New He-Man film, I thought it was canceled, but I don't think you can do He-Man nowadays. I really don't. The Twilight Zone thing, that was the anthology with Spielberg directing, John Landis directing. John Landis and his segment, he was directing like his story. There's a piece of it that takes place in Vietnam. An actor named Vic Morrow and two kids were killed. They got pretty much decapitated by a helicopter because explosions. They were too close to the helicopter, which made the helicopter crash and kill Vic Morrow and two kids. I think they were decapitated. The footage is actually out there. I think it's on one of the Traces of Death VHS. Spaceman Reviews, I've never heard of them. Coming to America 2, not needed. Why? Favorite comic book villain? I have no idea. Uh, I don't really have a favorite comic book villain. I was more into the heroes, to be honest. Scarface, The World Is Yours. I would need to replay the game to refresh my memory on it, and it takes a while to play those games. Ralph the Movie Maker, I haven't seen much of his stuff. Yeah, Z, I agree with you. Rest in peace, Team NT, because Nickelodeon are fuck sticks. The 52,000 Marvel shows coming out. It take me the rest of the year to talk about all the shows coming out. Too much flooding the market. But that means for their Disney Plus, so they need content to battle Netflix. It's too late for an Elm Street prequel. It's way too late. Can't hardly wait. I haven't seen since it came out, so I can't tell you anything. I barely remember the movie. I would not care to see Rob Schneider in a serious dramatic role. No. Man's Best Friend is worth a watch. It's not my favorite Killer Dog film. It's no Cujo, but it's worth a watch. It's okay. Bill Murray a jerk from all the stories about him. It sounds like he's a jerk. Undead 2003 film. Didn't care for it. I was kind of hyped for that film because I heard good things, and then when I saw it, I'm like, this is it. Eh. I like Shaun of the Dead came out sometime after, and that was a much better movie than Undead. Darkman sequels were not for me. Just stick with the first one. Disturbing behavior, I remember being kind of forgettable. Barbecue Network, I'll choose Kim Basinger. That footage on YouTube, really? And it's not taken down? They'll take my video down with nothing in it, but if people get decapitated in real life because of an accident, they'll leave it on YouTube. Dude, that's fucking YouTube. Series 7, The Contenders, I barely remember. Hey, Open My Moon. Hey, Scott, it's cool. It's cool, Scott. It was worth a try. Hey, congrats on the new job, though, man. The Warriors PS2 game I haven't played in a long, long time. I didn't get far into it. Spawn reboot. Todd McFarlane says he'll make it even if he has to go to Kickstarter. So he's really adamant about it. Do you think Turtles Forever is the last good thing to come out of the franchise? Sad to say, yes, I do. Worst and favorite prequel? The worst prequel, the Thing prequel. Favorite prequel, Missing in Action to the Beginning with Chuck Norris. See Spot Run, never saw. The Equalizer TV show, never saw that TV show. Bill Murray, from all the stories I've heard, he seems like a jerk, yeah. Quick Change was okay, but there's many other Bill Murray films I prefer. Jackie Brown, that's a good movie. Love Batman Returns, I did a review of that. Favorite non-survival horror shooter? Yeah, you don't have to give me examples. I'm not sure what you mean. You mean like Doom? I guess Doom. I guess it would be Doom. I haven't played too much of those. Oh, the Carl Urban show? Again, I don't have Netflix. I think it's on Netflix, so I have no way to watch it. Do you think Batman and Batman Returns are the two best Batman films? They're my two favorites. They're my two favorites. Brazzers, I don't know what Brazzers is. Did you ever read Teenage Mutant Super Turtles? It's one of the universes used in Turtles Forever. Make a series of that. I never heard of it. I don't know what that is. How would you have Quantum Leap end? Just simple. Just have him go to fuck home, be with his wife, which he left behind, and just end it. The whole point of the show is for him to find his way home. Just find his way home. Nothing. What's wrong with that? Danish film called Ambulancen? Nope, never heard of it. Slaughterhouse 5, never seen it. Donnie Brasco, haven't seen this in forever, so I don't remember much about it. The first Fast and Furious is there. It's there. I've never seen Coffee. I've never seen Foxy Brown. I don't have those movies. Chicago PD, never seen it. Well, the thing is, Z, a lot of those things don't get a DVD release. Like Bride to Will Smith, which I really enjoyed, that's never been released on DVD or Blu-ray. So sometimes that stuff does not get a DVD release. Kevin Sorbo's Frankenstein? What's that? Serious Sam? I remember liking the first encounter more than the second encounter. CDI game, Hotel Mario. Never played the game, so no. Cholo Game Films? Don't know what that is. Burt Reynolds and Clint Eastwood team up City Heat. Awful film. And it really fucked up Burt Reynolds physically because someone hit him, but they fucked up the device that hit him. They didn't rig it right, and Burt Reynolds got seriously injured in that film and followed him for his entire life. At least for a good portion of it, and for a lame movie like that, it wasn't worth it. Mary Riley, I haven't seen. Miles O'Keefe, never seen his movies. Chris Redfield, Thomas Jane, or Carl Urban. Well, aren't they too old? I mean, I would pick them, but when they people think they're too old, Consequences of Love, never seen. Godzilla King of the Monsters, at least I like the actors. I don't really give a shit about the actors in Ready Player One. Body Parts is a great movie. I reviewed Body Parts. Very underrated film. Has an awesome ending. Shotgun fun and all. Favorite Chow Yun Fat movie, not directed by John Woo. The Replacement Killers. Barbecue Network, neither. As Penguin, neither. Pink Cadillac, I remember being forgettable. Firefox is one of Clint Eastwood's worst films. It's extremely boring. Mary Riley's Frankenstein. You mean Mary Shelley's Frankenstein? Is that what you mean? Mary Shelley's Frankenstein? With Kenneth Branagh? If so, I barely remember that. Dinobot, I picked Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Jeff Lieberman is a fucking dickhead. He took down one of my videos without asking me, and it was a review that of a film I liked, of a film that he directed that was not even on DVD, was only on VHS. I showed clips to get people to see the film, and he took my video down and gave me a strike without any cause. So fuck Jeff Lieberman. American Me, I've never seen. Before I Wait, I thought it was pretty boring. Is better Batteries Not Included better than E.T.? I don't know about that. Favorite Clint Eastwood line in Magnum Force, where he goes, "Man's got to know his limitations." Never seen Sophie's Choice. Yeah, charisma does help with acting. Which horror villain would give Ash the more trouble? Probably Freddy, because you know Ash would get knocked out. How many times does he get knocked out in movies that he'd be in the dream world? So probably Freddy. No, don't even bother. I don't want to talk to that fucking dumbass Jeff Lieberman. I don't even want to talk to him. So don't even mention anything about Cartoon Network. Seriously, don't mention anything. Fuck the asshole with no lube. Dangerous Passion, never seen it. 1517 The Paris, never seen it. Are you a fan of overacting? Sometimes. Silent Night Deadly Night Part 2 is a perfect example of that. Eric Freeman. I like Pet Cemetery 2. What do you mean? I said I like Pet Cemetery 2. Shimo's, and it was a movie with Kevin Dillon. I think it was like Remote Control or something. I forget what it was called. I know Kevin Dillon. I think it was Remote Control. The film was not even on DVD. It was only on VHS. I liked the film. Wanted to show clips as to why I liked the film because it's only on VHS. Stuber, Batista was good. The other guy was fucking annoying as hell, though. Fill it up, they ruin everything. So what's the? There's no surprise. Yeah, Mary Riley was the film with Julia Roberts. It was a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde story. UHF with Weird Al, decently funny movie, decent flick. Good presence does help to be a good actor. Top three black and white films. Clerks is up there. I don't know. Clerks is up there. I don't know what. I don't know. I mean, Ed Wood is really good for black and white films by Tim Burton. Like I said, I really like Clerks. Some problems with Pet Cemetery 2. I don't know. I haven't seen Pet Cemetery 2 in a while. I'd have to revisit the film again. Have a good night, Peter Panda. Necessary Death of Charlie Countryman. Never heard of it. Sparkle Guys, did you mean Mary Shelley's Frankenstein when you were asking? You said Mary Riley's Frankenstein. Did you mean Mary Shelley's Frankenstein? I'm not going to review Stuber. I have nothing to say about it. Walter Texas Ranger, I've seen a few episodes, but not a ton. Judith Hoad or Paige Turco. I would say Judith Hoad only because they give her more to do, like character wise. I guess I pick Judith Hogue. Yeah, but Dinobot, they would never do that. But of course, I would be excited. Yeah, Michael Keaton, I want him to be the hero. I barely remember that Mary Shelley. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I barely remember. I haven't seen that in years upon years. So Dinobot, I'll choose Chuck Norris. Snitch It and Care For with Dwayne Johnson. Mr. Majestic, I did not see. I'm not going to review Little Monsters. I have nothing to say about the film. I wasn't a fan of the movie. New Jack City, I haven't seen. The 2000s Hills of Ice 2, it's dumb. It's kind of fun in a dumb way. Yes, it is midnight. I'll probably be heading off in a little bit. Bad Times at El Royale, I have not seen. Hi, Grand Theft Ruben. Yeah, I like DVD better because you don't have to rewind a DVD. You just pop it in and play it. Ty, I have no idea. That's why I didn't answer. 10 to Midnight is a pretty decent Charles Bronson film, yeah. It's worth a look. 10 Commandments, never seen. I think a lot of action stars should retire, sad to say. Favorite Klaus Kinski film, I guess Creature. I guess Creature. of 1985. Itsy Bitsy sounds familiar, but I don't know much about it. Top three horror icons? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. But I'm gonna head on out. You guys have a good night. Uh, Thanks for joining the chat. Did this for about 2 hours. So, and thank you guys for coming on. Thank you. Yeah, you guys have a good night. Talk to you later. Bye bye.